Wittgenstein is very popular these days. However, even if Wittgenstein was still alive, he would not have imagined that the reason why he was popular is because a singer from the Far East. The lyrics of this popular song are nothing to comment on, let alone philosophical. Ambiguous language is a fortune teller's specialty. Such language is suitable for quack literature. As for its literariness and artistry, I personally think it is worthless. The reason why the creators introduced Wittgenstein into the lyrics is because of Wittgenstein's iconic status in the development of modern linguistics. The creative style of the creators is also the problem that Wittgenstein devoted himself to discussing throughout his life. That is the vague language that leads traditional philosophy to a dead end. This led to the demise of metaphysics. Wittgenstein believed that if a person wants to express his thoughts clearly, he must clearly define his vocabulary. Wittgenstein wanted to redeem language, but unexpectedly ended metaphysics. With extreme certainty he tries to arrive at the fact that anything that can be said can be articulated, but this song made me think of an interesting topic, why there is such a huge difference between Eastern and Western thought. Is this more or less related to the languages and characters of the East and the West? Words are the carrier of language, and language is the representation of words. Let's look at Chinese characters. Many people think that Chinese characters are pictographs, but pictographs are only a small part of Chinese characters. A large number of Chinese characters are pictophonetic, knowing, synonymous, borrowing, etc. They have long since broken away from simple pictographs. Compared with highly abstract and highly generalized Chinese characters, Western alphabetic characters are moving towards an increasingly complex and precise path. Because Westerners want to express accurately, the number of Western words has become more and more. For example, the number of English words now exceeds 800,000, and the number may continue to increase in the future. This high level of abstraction and generalization of Chinese characters is completely opposite to the increasingly complex alphabetic writing in the West. This has led to two completely different concepts in the East and the West. The East tends to abstract, generalize and integrate, while the West produces precise concepts, detailed knowledge and rigorous logic. The abstraction and generality of Chinese characters make the East place more emphasis on integration rather than differentiation. That said, Orientals are good at blending seemingly incompatible things into one. They are good at explaining the internal unity of different things. For example, the ancient Chinese philosopher Laozi used a Chinese character, Tao, to include all the laws of nature that humans can express, while the ancient Chinese philosopher Zhuangzi's theory of equality of things abstracted the difference of things. He highly summed up the internal unity of things. The so-called Chiwu Theory is to align and unify things. From the perspective of knowledge, the East emphasizes that people need to abide by broad ethical norms, so as to eliminate people's conflicts of ideas about specific things. So, to the East, a wise man should be able to dissolve a clear concept and fuse it into a unified concept. For example, in the following sentence, no matter where the Chinese are, they are descendants of the dragon. Here, the descendants of the dragon are used to unify the concept of Chinese people. Eastern thinkers know well that precise definitions often lead to differences, and to eliminate such differences, the precision of concepts must be eliminated. This kind of integration of clear concepts by the Orientals makes different concepts unified, which is conducive to bringing stronger value recognition, but it is not conducive to the generation of precise knowledge and the development of disciplines. While Western alphabetic characters are different, they pay more attention to the precision of words. For example, when you read the works of Wittgenstein or Kant, you will find that they will make precise definitions of their concepts. Only within the scope of his definitions can we understand their thoughts to be expressed. Because concepts and categories must be defined precisely, the West is good at deriving conclusions with formal logic. They believe that logical reasoning is the basic path to discover truth, and the essence of logical reasoning is to accurately determine concepts, categories, and conclusions. This, they believe, is the only way to bring clarity. This way of thinking about things with precise logic has become the main feature of Westerners, so the West has created brilliant achievements in conceptual analysis, knowledge deepening, and discipline development. For example, modern science and modern medicine are the products of this precise expression of thought. Finally, if you have any different views on this video, please leave a message in the comment area below.